The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Tonight we've got an AFC matchup on 10 between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll... Get this up to the 29.
Let's go.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Bengals. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Mixon with a first down carry. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And all the way in for a Cincinnati. Yards. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Buying time to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Can. Start. 11 empty. Start.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take it at their own 4-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Back near his goal line, here's Tua. Out route to Hill, complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
In motion, Hill. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. In motion, Hill. Tua setting up shop to throw again. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On second down, Mostert. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Tua sets up to pass it. Flushed out right. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
And that's a tough one for the defense because the coverage was good downfield. He was forced to work his way out of the pocket to his right, spotted his man on the sideline, and got it to him to pick up the first down on 3rd down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle from 19 yards away. And the Dolphins go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. Touchdown Bengals. Drew Sample from 21 yards away. And the Bengals have moved out in front.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now Tua rolling to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. Just keeping the play alive. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
11.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Here we go, set. 60 red. 60 red. 22 middle.
In motion, Hill. 2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run with Wilson. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jeff Wilson taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And that flag accepted. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
11 MT. 11 MT. He's coming, double up. Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That is taken in by Hurst. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. steps away to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. To try again after the sack. Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Nick Needham picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Tua, a final shot before half. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. 3rd quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Mostert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 44 yards. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jalen Phillips, his second sack of the night.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After the sack on first down, Burrow, he gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. On third down, Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. Burrow will throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals have a chance to final minute of the third. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a fourth down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Tua on fourth down. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now a give to Mostert running right, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing on 2nd down. Tua, that's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And the stop made by Cam Taylor-Britt.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. In motion, Hill. Second down, Gaskin. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Wilson will score. Touchdown, Miami. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. To throw, Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. They're going to try and run for it. And he is in for the 2. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Now Bridgewater. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Bridgewater. He's got a man complete. And he will get out of bounds at the end of this. So they took a shot, they complete it, and stopped the clock in the end. And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's Bridgewater. Connecting with Hill. Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here's Tua. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Cincinnati, good night, everybody.